Hello folks, this is Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing here in Dallas, Texas. Hopefully it's not too windy, folks, but I've got some nasty wind blowing around me. I want to make a very quick video. I want to make a video about isopropyl alcohol and making it a body solvent, a paint prep, using it as an IPA wipe down to remove stuff like polishing oils from compounds and polishes, maybe to remove traffic film, remove old waxes and sealants. A lot of guys like using an IPA wipe down, and they think they're using it in a way that gives them a very clean virgin surface, so when they apply a wax and sealant it can bond to the paint just fine. Or maybe even using an IPA wipe down before applying a coating. Folks, this is the truth. This may not sit well with many, but an isopropyl alcohol wipe down should not be used on a vehicle. Scott, what do you mean by that? Well, here's the simple truth and the facts. IPA, isopropyl alcohol, will swell clear coat. You should not be spraying isopropyl alcohol onto the vehicle because it's potentially dangerous to the clear coat. It makes it swell. I also want to talk about, years ago, IPAs were very big to be able to remove old waxes and sealants. Make sure you had a clean, true surface before applying a wax and sealant. Guys were using it to remove polishing oils and compound oils. Well, years ago, here's another truth. Years ago, compounds and polishes, the lubricating oils within them weren't all that tenacious. They didn't give us long buffing cycles. That has changed drastically, folks, and this is really important. When we're looking at modern day compounds, stuff like Jescar, Sonax, even, Angel Wax, whatever you like, a lot of these compounds today, the lubricating oils are far better than they've ever been. They're much more tenacious. They give us longer buffing cycles when we're trying to correct paint. We love that. And then we wipe off the surface. If you're using an IPA wipe down with modern day high quality compounds and polishes, an IPA is not going to remove those lubricating oils from the panel. Because when you spray IPA onto the panel, it tends to want to flash very quickly. It almost disappears almost on contact as you rub it into the paint. That doesn't give you enough time to be able to pull and dissolve those polishing oils found within high quality compounds and polishes today. Plus, IPA will also swell the paint. There are guys who are using IPA wipe downs before applying a coating. This is a no-no. You should never do this, not only because it potentially makes this clear coat swell, but the IPA will not guarantee you that you have a clean virgin surface, and a lot of guys are seeing coating failures, coatings that are supposed to last 2 years, 5 years. They're not getting it out of it because they used an IPA wipe down. The game has changed drastically, folks. I would not be using an IPA wipe down regardless because of the potential issues with the clear coat, but they don't have the ability to kind of hang on the panel. They don't really have a solvent designed to go after those modern day polishes or lubricating oils within compounds and polishes. I hope that makes sense. I also want to make another note. This happens to be Drive Auto Appearances, their Detox Surface Prep Spray. Folks, if you're a fan of this, CarPro Reload, Geon's got their own paint prep. You have to remember a lot of these companies are making their paint preps that target their compounds and polishes and also prep the surface for maybe their coatings that they also supply. So if you're using CarPro Eraser to remove, say, Jescar or Sonax or Menzerna polishing oils, it may not be all that effective. The solvents within that may not target the lubricating oils within those compounds and polishes, and you're not going to be guaranteed you've gotten it completely off the surface. One of the reasons why I like true body solvents, stuff like Duplicolor, which is soy based, it tends to hang. I don't have it with me, but when you spray a true body solvent onto the paint, it tends to be a little smeary. Like you can see it kind of smearing all over the paint because it's kind of tenacious in a good way. It's got solvents in it that are going to hang on the panel far more longer than just an IPA alone, and really break down all those compounding oils and stuff that's left over from the compounds and polishes. I hope that helps you out. Be careful with the paint preps that you choose. Just because you have CarPro Eraser doesn't mean it's going to remove polishing oils from Menzerna or Jescar. That's really important. You also have to make sure boy, I would stay away from IPA wipe downs anytime I'm going to apply a coating. That's just a huge no-no. It's not guaranteeing you removing any of that stuff off the panel whatsoever. Sometimes an IPA wipe down, because it flashes or evaporates so quickly, a lot of guys complain about that. But what will happen is when you're working it, you're just pushing the compound oils or the lubricating oils within your compound or polish. You're just moving it from here to here. You're not really getting it off the surface. You need a solvent-based paint prep or a body solvent, if you will. I just wanted to share that with you. I love that. I love you all. I hope that helps you out. IPA wipe downs would be the last thing I would spray on my car, even though I did it here, right? This stuff here swells clear coat, and it doesn't guarantee you true clean virgin surface before applying a wax or sealant or a coating. Talk to you guys soon. Love you all.